Yo, what's up? I'm at the train station, as you can see. I'm gonna go on a weekend trip over to Morioka. Should be about an hour and 40-minute ride once I actually get on the shinkansen, but it'll be my first time riding one, and I'm all alone. So we'll see if my reservations actually worked. I don't really know what I'm gonna do once I get there. We're just gonna do this little test run to see if I can actually navigate around this place without getting lost or confused. So yeah, that's the plan, I guess. All right, jumping right into it. I had to make a quick stop in Akita City because that's where the Shinkansen stop is. They had a Splatoon collaboration at 7-Eleven and a corn and mayonnaise sandwich. Obviously I didn't get that, I just got the melon bread. It's pretty good. Nice breakfast before I head out for a long day ahead. I didn't make it this far into the city during the last vlog, but this is kind of the center of it all. Not a huge city compared to some other places in Japan, but a population of 300,000. It's nothing to scoff at. Here I am heading down towards the train already. It's very exciting. This is my first Shinkansen ride. It's very quiet, very smooth, and, you know, very convenient. I was kind of intimidated by the public transport at first, but this trip really convinced me that it's not so bad, and it prepared me for the other trips I had planned ahead. And here we are at Morioka Station for our first overnight trip of the term. Very exciting. I made it. That was surprisingly easy, actually. I definitely recommend the Shinkansen. It was like dead silent in there. It was incredible. Yeah, so I'm here now. There's a big mountain in the background. Look at that. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna find some ramen for lunch and check out these castle ruins I see on my map. See how that goes. Hopefully these montage voiceover sections I keep throwing in aren't too weird. I don't see myself talking to a camera in front of a million people, so get used to it if you haven't. Starting today's journey with a bit of a stroll through the center of the city here. They had some sort of festival going on. And I believe this is just the main road right here. Went into a manga store, because they're everywhere. They're always fun to check out. There's a questionable book section. The Man in the High Castle. It's a book about if the Axis powers won World War II, which is interesting to see in this country. Instead of ramen, I found some jaja-men, which is a local Morioka dish. Still don't really know exactly what it is. It's Takahashi. It triggers my Xenoblade brain rot. Vending machines. And now I'm kind of reaching like further out of the city center. Made it to the Morioka Castle ruins. I will say today is another scorcher. It's only like 1:30 and you probably see how shiny my forehead is. I can't wait to check into my hotel at 3 so I can drop this backpack off and take a weight off my shoulders. Now, calling these castle ruins is actually a bit of a stretch. It's more just castle grounds. Like, the foundation is mostly what's left. There aren't actual ruins here. This is just where a castle used to be built and has since burned down or destroyed otherwise. Now it's more of a park than anything else. Just like a serene place to escape from the city outside. Let's see, not even a statue here. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm shooting this all on my iPhone. I don't know about you, but I've been very impressed with it. So I was just looking at my map thinking, oh, okay, if I continue down this road just a little bit longer, I should find a shrine, and may as well do that since I'm out this way already. But look at that! That's huge! That's like, this is like a massive torii gate. Like, biggest one I've seen, probably far from the biggest one out there, but check that out. I'm gonna go inside. So I definitely was not expecting to see anything like this on my trip to Morioka. This is very ornate. I just saw it on my map and said, "Oh, look, a shrine. Let's go check that out." I guess this is unlike any other shrine I had seen so far on my trip. By far the biggest one. It was around this time where I was really wishing I had a stamp book to collect stamps at every shrine I went to, because at this point I had gone to a number of them already. But I was waiting to get a design that I liked, so I hadn't quite got one yet. After that, I started heading back towards the city center, close to where my hotel was. Found some Western architecture along the way. That building stood out. Don't really know what it was. Looks a lot like Tokyo Station in hindsight. Okay, after about like 4.5 hours of just wandering aimlessly around Morioka, I finally made it to my hotel. It's pretty small here. I guess here's the view. Not that exciting. And then you've got a tiny, cute little bed and a tiny, cute little desk. And then over here is a tiny, cute little bathroom and the door. And that's it. Good enough for me. But yeah, my legs feel like they're about to fall off, but I think I will go back out again, probably head in the other direction. I can see what looks to be a mall ways that way, maybe like a mile or half a mile or so. I don't really mean to just go out to malls all the time, but you know what malls have is air conditioning. And you know what they don't have is a sun that sets at 6 p.m. But yeah, it was really good though. This whole trip was kind of like a test run for me to see if I could use the shinkansen without knowing any Japanese or without having any friends with me to help. It was also a test of my ability to book a hotel online. I guess I'll have to wait to see if I can actually get back on time tomorrow, but for what it's worth, I think this was a success. I think that like Morioka is like the biggest nearby city to Akita, and it's still not that big, but now that I know I can like come here and like figure that out, now I'm like not afraid to go further to like Sendai, to Tokyo, or what have you. But yeah, it's been really good. Highly recommend studying abroad. It's really cool. Probably one of the best ways to experience Japan, especially right now when you don't really have any other options. Heading out again, you can see the sun starting to set here. Turns out the mall was more like 2 miles away, which is quite a bit further than I thought it was. Not too far, but after I'd been walking all day, getting here and back was definitely a struggle. Of course, they had an arcade. I had to walk through and check it out. Didn't play much, but had to get my fill of flashing lights for the night. Didn't have much else to do because I'm not too interested in like going out to bars or wandering around the city at night. More or less the same no matter where you go with these gacha stores and record shops, but it's still always interesting to take a stroll through anyways. And of course it was dark by the time I was leaving, going back to the hotel for the night. Still another half day ahead of me before I head back to Akita. Good morning. It is the next day now, Sunday, 9/11, the day of the tragedy. Maybe I'll go find a McDonald's or something. That seems like an appropriate time to do so. But yeah, I was thinking about going to a morning market today, but that's obviously not happening. I would have had to get up way early to do that, and I already have plenty of time to kill as is. So yeah, we'll just see where the day takes me. And first, the day took me to Bic Camera, right across the street from the hotel. I didn't really know what this place was. Turns out it's just an electronics store with some very aggressive advertising. And I went to the Round One, also across the street from the hotel. Just an even bigger arcade, this one not attached to a mall or anything. Apparently they have locations in the US. I really need to go and check one of those out. As I'm recording this in March, I'm really missing some of those rhythm games. Won some chips there. Now I'm back, closer to the station, seeing some art, I guess. Found a bookstore with a Ukraine section. To be honest, I was looking for like a second-hand store that might have retro games, but I was not disappointed here. And yet another mall. This is where I found my McDonald's. Different mall from last night. Got a Big Mac. This is actually my first Big Mac that I've ever had in my entire life. I got it on 9/11 in Japan. You could tell how excited I was here. It was truly an unforgettable experience. There's a Toys R Us here. Can't find those in the States anymore. They went bankrupt or something. And now, mid-afternoon or so, I'm back at the station for good, about to catch my train back. This is where the Akita Shinkansen line meets with the one that heads down to Tokyo, so it's actually a pretty busy station. You can see a lot of bullet trains just lined up here. And there's mine coming into the station, the pink Komachi train. That'll be it for this vlog. Voice over me will be signing out this time. If you'd like to check out my other vlogs, the playlist will be linked on screen here. I've got 6 more in the works if everything goes to plan. I hope you'll stick around for the rest of them. Other than that, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.